Moving on, as Canada's federal general election nears, the political landscape has undergone a dramatic shift, with recent polling showing a tight race between the Liberal Party and the Conservative Party following several months of political and economic turbulence.
At the start of the year, the Conservatives, under the leadership of Pierre Poilievre, held a commanding lead in the polls. At one point, they led the Liberals by more than 20 points.
We are voting for change because we love this country and we want every single person to have the promise of Canada, that anyone who works hard can have a great life in a beautiful, affordable home on a safe street under our proud flag. That's the change we need. That's the hope we offer. Now let's vote to bring it home.
However, now the political dynamic seems to have shifted, with Mark Carney replacing Justin Trudeau as the Liberal Party leader. The former governor of the Bank of Canada and prominent international economist has played a pivotal role in regaining support for the Liberals.
It's a time for serious leadership. It's a time to come together and unite as a country, because we need to fight, we need to protect, and we need to build. We need to fight Trump's tariffs with counter tariffs of our own that cause maximum damage in the United States with minimum impact here. We need to protect our workers using every single dollar we collect from those tariffs.
The swing in voter sentiment is likely influenced by several factors, including economic uncertainty and rising concerns about Canada's sovereignty, particularly in the wake of the tariff dispute with the United States.
She was pretty obvious, and it's obvious the reason the polls have shifted so much over the past few months, and it's what's happening just on the other side of the lake there, south of the border.
Although the race is now much closer, latest surveys show the Liberals have made significant strides, particularly in urban centres like Toronto, where external factors seem to have been key in reversing the political tide.
It has to do with what's happening in our economics internationally, and I think it's also important that we're pulling together and bringing a new strength to Canada across our provinces.
Support for Canada's other major parties, including the New Democratic Party, NDP, and the Bloc Québécois, has been declining, with voters increasingly consolidating their support behind either the Liberals or Conservatives. One of the biggest questions here heading into the final moments of the campaign is whether these shifting dynamics will lead to higher voter turnout. According to Election Canada, 7.3 million took part in early polls.
It's going to be a good sign for Canada and for the health of our democracy if people come out and vote. You see much more people embracing their Canadianness and making sure that they're buying Canadian. And so I think voting is just part of that. And if people see that and voting as being part of being Canadian, I think we could see a significant increase in voter turnout.
As we approach Election Day on April 28th, all eyes will be on voter turnout and whether the shifting political winds will continue to favor the Liberals or if the Conservatives will regain lost ground.